last night in Chicago for Michael's home return. The Bulls were beaten by the Orlando Magic. A very impressive win for Orlando.
I think what really gave Michael and his teammates a lift, Marv, was that winning shot over Atlanta. It showed his sphere of influence in a game once again, and it only took him 4 games to do that. But he's here in the Big Apple, and but he doesn't have Bill Cartwright. He doesn't have Horace Grant with him. It's going to be a little tougher for them because they've been out-rebounded badly so far.
I know for Michael's first game back against the Pacers in Indianapolis, he was very candid about the fact that he had butterflies. He was very nervous about that particular game. He has calmed down since then, but I would think the butterflies are back for this one here tonight. The Knicks controlling the opening tip as Harper is met by Armstrong. Oakley, the former Chicago Bull, played by Pippen. Ewing guarded by Perdue. Ewing feeling Perdue and then is rejected. And here comes Kukoc. Tony Kukoc has picked it up the last couple of games for Michael Jordan, who fires. Yes, Michael Jordan hitting on his first field goal attempt.
Those are very happy, positive butterflies, Marv, if they are in his stomach.
Anthony Bonner comes flying down as the ball deflected away and knocked out of bounds. Lee Jones says last touch by Chicago. The officials, Bennett Salvatore, Monty McCutcheon, and Lee Jones. Here's Starks. Yes. John Starks looking to turn it from the 2 of 16 on Sunday against Seattle.
Well, the lighting is much better here at Madison Square Garden than it was in the Tacoma Dome, I can tell you that.
Matchup, Starks defending against Jordan, and the Knicks are immediately called for the illegal defense.
John Starks is the one, as we look at a pensive Pat Riley here early, that has the energy to stay with Michael Jordan, and he's had many shots at him in the past.
Armstrong for Jordan. And he shoots again. So Michael Jordan opens up by hitting his first 2.
I don't know what's more exciting than watching great expectations take place right away and be fulfilled. And that's what's happened with Jordan. 2 for 2. And it's just wonderful to see an athlete like him in action. What a privilege.
Anthony Bonner with a bad play, got himself caught in midair, had nowhere to go, and turned it over. Kukoc played very tightly by Oakley and had it knocked away. Ewing stripped and then recovered. Ewing, oh, nice move, but he could not put it down. Ewing adjusted the shot, and last touch by the Knicks.
He wanted that dunk badly, and it actually turned out to bite him. It threw him off.
Bulls getting it down court in a hurry. Scottie Pippen has been on a tear as of late. 8 games, shooting 55% from the field, and a pretty move right there to spin around Bonner to give Chicago a 6-2 advantage. Chicago Bulls at 36 and 33. They're 2.5 games behind the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are not scheduled tonight. Here is Ewing. Bulls 6 and the Knicks 4. The Bulls have hit their first 3 shots. Jordan in the post-up mode. Spinning Starks. And last touch by Pippen.
Always curious to see how the great ones act in big games. Remember, Mike, we've talked about Larry Bird in the past playing the game within a game where he wouldn't shoot early and then come on strong. Well, Jordan is interesting. He's come out firing.
Ewing pushed off by Perdue. Able to hit the windmill slam, but that won't count. And the Knicks will throw in. For the Knicks, it is game 3 in a span, which has the Knicks playing 4 games in 5 days. They'll face the Pistons tomorrow night. In Detroit, foul is called. Scottie Pippen arguing the call as he picks up his first and continues the discussion with Bennett Salvatore. Scottie hearing it from the crowd, and Pat Riley is upset. He felt it should have been a shooting foul. It is a non-shooting affair, and Bonner will throw in. Crowd is chanting Scottie. from downtown against Seattle. On Sunday night, giving the Knicks a 1-point lead. Here's Steele, but Pippen on the recovery and then converts.
See, Oakley tried to go behind his back, and it took away from the forward effort he was making. He was trying to pass the ball before he got it.
Starks again. Rebound Oakley. A whip pass for Bonner, who gets inside. The Knicks 9, the Bulls 8. 3.5 gone by. And here's the post-up by Jordan. Off the spin.
Could he have made that look any easier with the giant step?
Bulls 10. And the Knicks 9. Michael Jordan, 3 of 4 here at the start. Outside official, Bonnie McCutcheon, calling the foul on Kukoc.
Boy, Jordan is almost playing like he's angry against John Starks, and he wants to embarrass him. He's hit a couple of jump shots, and he continues now to post him up down low with his 6'6" size.
But Starks getting the room. Could hit the 3. Oakley is there.
Well, that is such a huge basket for the Knicks. That's what they've been lacking lately, that kind of offensive rebounding and finish.
Knicks by 1. Jordan again. Michael Jordan posting up John Starks. He's done it throughout the quarter. He's hit 4 or 5 in this opening quarter, and the Bulls lead 12-11.
In all the games I've seen Jordan play against the Knicks, I've never seen him go like this, with venom against the Knicks.
Starks firing cross court. Bonner not able to hit. Bonner on the foul. Knicks 13 and the Bulls 12. The foul called on Starks.
You know, it's like he's punishing Starks. He's taking him down low every time. They're looking for him every time. And the Knicks are going to have to do something different, maybe with a different matchup.
Certainly a problem area for Chicago off the boards, or Phil Jackson likes to say, we're not retrieving the ball well. And the ball is retrieved by Bonner. Ewing puts the move on Armstrong and did well to get the shot off as Armstrong tried to wrap him up. Foul on BJ, and Ewing will shoot a pair.
Good awareness by the Knicks in finding Ewing quickly and getting him the ball. The Knicks want to lift their level of output, their efficiency tonight in this game. Look at Patrick's shooting at 82% over the last dozen games from the foul line. But it has been too much Patrick Ewing dependence for this team of late. And they've got to get other people involved. And there are some good signs here early with Oakley in the action and Starks hitting his first couple of shots.
Knicks 15 and the Bulls 12. Hopper remaining in the backcourt, pressing Armstrong. Jordan down low, and again an illegal defense called against the Knicks. So that will be a technical foul of their second violation. The Knicks now call for time. The Knicks with a 15-12 lead with 6:53 remaining in this first quarter, and Armstrong will shoot the technical. BJ among the leaders at the free throw line, 88% at the line. Good start. Knicks with a 15-13 lead. We'll be right back. With the steal. 3-on-1. Bonner for Harper. The Knicks 17. The Bulls 13. 6.5 remaining in this first quarter. Michael Jordan off to the fast start. This time to the pull-up. And he is on fire. Jordan, 5 of 6 from the field. 3 have been jump shots. The other 2 post-up moves. Kukoc picks it off. Leads Jordan, and he's fouled. Hacked by Harper.
Just a terribly careless pass by Charles Oakley. Literally threw it into the hands of Kukoc. I mean, the guy's 6'11". This is not a guy who's stealing basketballs all day long. Just a careless. Watch his pass. Just unbelievable. Kukoc just followed the direction of Charles Oakley's arms. and Jordan comes flying down. Jordan is super up for this game. I mean, the guy's perfect all the time anyway, but there's another dimension here as he is going for the throat early. He wants 50, 60. That's the way he's playing.
Well, the Knicks now lead by 1. Michael always gets pumped up for games here at Madison Square Garden. Oakley. And back comes Armstrong. He'll be pumped up also, John, Thursday for the game in Boston. Final game for Michael and the Bulls at the Boston Garden, at least regular season. Oakley called for the foul.
Oakley whispering sweet nothings to Scottie Pippen, who ignores him by choice.
Pippen off the fake, and he will go to the line. Bonner picks up his first. Once again, Anthony Bonner in the starting lineup. Pat Riley has gone with Bonner, and then comes off the bench with Charles Smith, and now Anthony Mason. And you wonder eventually if the Chicago Bulls, who felt earlier in the season, before Jordan had rejoined the club, when they were going with Kukoc off the bench, you wonder if they would really be stronger with Kukoc coming in as a sixth man.
Most definitely, Marv. But the only way for that to happen would be to have a big, strong body out there, and that would make them stronger, too, because, as we've noted, they've been out-rebounded the 4 games Jordan has played by 10 per game, and that's where the Knicks have to punish them.
Well, Phil Jackson's club going with the trap. They will do that from time to time against the Knicks. Over the years, they've had great success with the pressing defense. And the call against the Knicks. Offensive foul on Oakley, and he's called for a technical.
A continuing disturbance for the Knicks when players voice their anger at the officials after calls, and technicals are called, which result in points being scored against them.
Not able to hit the tee. And Charles Smith replaces Charles Oakley, leads with 2 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 fouls.
Well, you know, Anthony Mason, sitting in his the position we last saw him at the end of the Knicks bench, is dying to get into this game.
Corey Blunt has checked in for the first time. That's Blunt with the ball. Blunt, a first-round draft pick of the Bulls last year out of University of Cincinnati. Jordan with 13 points. He's hit 6 of 7 from the field. And Chicago with a 7-0 run. Bulls lead by 3. Pass for Bonner. Gets it out to Smith. Ewing foul. Hit on a reach, and as Blunt came over to help out with Purdue. Anthony Mason on the far left. He had one of his best games as a New York Knick back on March the 2nd, as you mentioned right at the start of the telecast, the game here at the Garden. Knicks coming from 22 down to beat the Bulls 93-89, and Mason 11 of 13, 26 points, 12 rebounds.
22 down with under 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. It was remarkable.
The Bulls 20. The Knicks 19. Just under 5 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Michael Jordan looking very sharp. 13 points on 6 of 7 from the floor. Blunt. And he's called for steps.
Has got to focus on some offense of his own now after being distracted after he hit his first couple of shots by the onslaught of Michael Jordan.
And the foul's called on Jordan. So John Starks on the line for the first time. The Knicks have won 4 of their last 5 and 6 of their last 8 games in the regular season against the Bulls. And the Knicks have won 5 straight regular season games here at Madison Square Garden against Chicago. Knicks and Bulls tied at 20. Both clubs shooting well here in the first quarter. Now Ewing over to help. Jordan changed his mind, and the double team caught. Bonner for Harper. Harper back to Bonner. Does not shoot. Passed it up. Starks instead for 3. And back come the Bulls on a 2-on-1. Pippen all the way. Yes, and it counts. The foul committed by Smith as Pippen went flying.
He's hurt. Left hand.
22nd timeout called by Chicago.
Well, after that missed opportunity by the Knicks under the basket, Pippen soared up for this dunk. And Charles Smith sends him flying. Pippen smiling now.
Wanted to take another look at it to see Charles Smith's role in that. I think that Pippen went down because of the hard collision with Smith, who was not trying to rack him up, but was looking to prevent the shot, but did not.
Pippen has incredible jumping ability. Charles Smith just couldn't get up in the air with him. That was the problem. But the worst thing about that whole play, Marv, is the Knicks had a layup opportunity and ended up throwing out for a jump shot.
And Pippen, obviously, all right. Nice pass from Ewing, and Bonner foul. Corey Blunt picks it up, and Anthony Bonner will go to the line. Bonner shooting 74% and a terrific improvement at the free throw line, although Anthony these days has not been seeing much time at the foul line.
One good thing now with Ewing the center of attention by the Bulls, they will focus their defense on him. They'll risk losing to the Knicks with outside shooting, which the Knicks have not been executing very well, as Pete Myers comes in and gives Superman a break for a couple of moments. But with Ewing, the focal point of the offense for the Knicks, when they get in the ball and people move off him, as Bonner just did, why, that opens up opportunities for other players and makes it more difficult for the Bulls.
Michael Jordan, 6 of 7 from the field, 1 of 2 from the line, 13 points. And the Bulls lead by 1. Pete Myers, a one-time New York Knick. Now the backcourt with B.J. Armstrong. Again, Ewing jumping out, helping out defensively, then gets back to Purdue. Shot clock at 6. Pippen spinning, lost it. Good play by Bonner. Harper spinning Armstrong and hitting.
If Bonner was up another foot in the air, Marv, that could have been Jordan. What a great move. It's Harper, rather, excuse me.
Another Knicks steal. Here's Bonner. And that time it was Bonner soaring to the basket. Bill Jackson looking for a timeout. The Knicks lead by 3, and the Bulls take time. First quarter, Michael Jordan making his return to the Garden, have a hot hand, 6 of 7, 13 points. Michael and the Bulls bringing out the likes of Phil Donahue and Marlowe. Anthony Mason also on hand, and he will check in, and he hears it from the crowd. Anthony Mason making his return in Tacoma against the Sonics Sunday night following the 5-game suspension. 10 points and 10 rebounds. This is Larry Krystkowiak, who Phil Jackson is hoping will provide some help off the boards. It's only his 17th game of the season. He's been out with knee problems, also appendectomy. Michael Jordan is back, as you just saw. Luke Longley has checked in for the first time. Mason. Anthony Mason getting right to it.
Great move, great move. Also soft, but good pressure on Jordan on that last jump shot. Made him strain.
Longley with the rebound. Facing the double team. Dribbles out of it. And then is fouled by Smith. The Knicks lead 28-23 by virtue of an 8-0 run with 2:39 remaining in this first quarter. And Luke Longley will go to the line. Luke Longley acquired from the Timberwolves last February in a deal for Stacey King. He was a #1 draft pick of Minnesota and the 7th selection overall for the 2.5 years with the Minnesota Timberwolves, and has seemingly developed some better post-up moves since coming over to Chicago. Charles Smith sitting down after collecting his second foul. Anthony Bonner returned.
He isn't the final answer, but he has been an asset, and he's an 80% foul shooter this season.
The Knicks lead by 4. Matchup is Krystkowiak against Mason. Hopper shooting. Yes.
Oh, he hasn't had a move like that in weeks. He must be feeling good.
The Knicks 30, the Bulls 24. Anthony Mason figures to be too quick for Larry Krystkowiak. That is also the matchup at the defensive end for the Knicks. Shot clock at 7. Jordan. Michael Jordan. The jump shot falling here tonight. 7 of 9, 15 points in all.
See, the defender Starks has always got to be ready for the drive with Jordan. You don't want to be dunked on, and the great jump shot makes him impossible.
Shot clock at 5. Down to 3. Pippen knocked it away. Scottie Pippen leads the league in steals, able to bat it away from Starks. Pippen averages nearly 3 steals per game. Armstrong try to get it to Longley. Starks feeds back to Mason. Mason spinning Jordan and draws the foul. Basket won't count.
Michael took a ride with Mason delivering the ride.
Foul though on Longley. John Starks sitting down, replaced by Hubert Davis, who like Starks did not shoot well in the Knicks' last game against Seattle, only 2 of 11. The Knicks guards combining for 8 of 39 on Sunday night.
I think Hubert will be focusing on, for positive thinking, Marv, the last game, though, against the Bulls here at the Garden when he had 19 with 5 out of 7 from three-point range. But woe is Hubert if he's thinking about guarding Michael Jordan right now, as John Starks, the man he replaced, did.
Steve Kerr coming on for the first time, replacing B.J. Armstrong. Kerr has been on a good run from three-point range. 6-point lead for the Knicks. And a small team on the floor for the Bulls. The only big man is Longley.
Anthony Bonner matched up on Jordan down low, where Jordan continues to post.
And they isolate Jordan against Bonner. And Michael Jordan with 17 points.
17 of 28 that his team has accumulated.
The Bulls 11 of 15 from the field. Hopper with a spectacular move. Boyce with a 34-28 advantage.
He was making his decision right till the last second whether to pass or not.
Hopper is 4 of 4 for the line. Jordan for 3. Michael Jordan with 20 points. 20 of the 31. And the Knicks lead by 3. Half minute to go in this first quarter. Ewing. Bonner gets it back out. Knicks with the new 24.
Too long between shots for Ewing. He's too important. They've got to go to him more.
Down to 10. Down to 5. Harper. Ewing. So after one, it's the Knicks 34. The Bulls 31. Michael Jordan with 20. Well, the media well represented here tonight. Maury, Connie, Tom Brokaw, seated behind the basket to our right, as are the subjects of media attention also represented. That, John, is Al Cowlings, taking it all in here at Madison Square Garden.
Interesting celebrity status he enjoys these days.
But it's not for his play as a member of the Buffalo Bills. Here's Kukoc giving it back out. Steve Kerr for 3. Kept alive by Kukoc. Anthony pushing it down. Smith getting position. It counts and the foul.
He can say all he wants that he doesn't remember June 2nd, 1993. Game 5 here at the Garden, but the last time Michael Jordan was here, that's what Charles Smith wanted to do, and 4 times he failed. But boy, the way he reacted, you know, he did a flashback. That was some beautiful finish for Charles on that play.
Foul on Pippen, his second 11-2 run by the Knicks. Michael Jordan sitting down, getting a rest. B.J. Armstrong has come on. Knicks lead by 12. 5 minutes in, second quarter. Armstrong drawing the foul. Here's hit by Anthony. His second. Greg Anthony called for his second. Michael Jordan, 10 of 14 from the field, 22 points in all. You see what the Knicks have done for the Bulls here in the second quarter. Longley banking on Williams. Shooting here in the second, way off.
How about Kukoc? 0 for 2, scoreless thus far in the game.
The feeling was the first couple of games that Jordan played for the Bulls that Kukoc was starstruck, just wasn't himself. But he's come on the last couple. Pippen is blocked by Smith. And that's number 3 for Charles Smith.
Smith was backing up, trying to get out of his way, and that's why he's expressing the frustration. But from Pippen's perspective, he was trying to go forward up court, and he couldn't get there because Charles was in his way. It's a frustrating foul. I didn't mean to do anything bad. Why are you calling a foul on me? Expression.
And Charles sitting down. Anthony Bonner is back. The Bulls 1 of 11 from the field. Here in the second, Jordan 10 of 14. The rest of the squad, as he used to like to say, his supporting cast, not doing it to this point.
It's like some recent Ewing numbers this year.
And the foul against Chicago. Offensive foul. Illegal pick on Longley. He was on the move. This unit on the floor has done a good job for the Knicks. Anthony and Davis in the backcourt. Bonner, Williams, and now Oakley up front. Davis on a quick release. Pippen for 3. Oh, the tip missed by Kukoc. Oakley saves it.
Any excuse to fall to the crowd by Charles, you know?
Oh, nice look. Anthony for Williams. And Greg Anthony has provided an enormous lift here in the second quarter. The Knicks lead 47-33. Paul Jackson calling a 20-second timeout. And now they change. Are they changing to a full? No, apparently not. It is a 20 taken by the Bulls.
Marvin, a couple of timeouts we've had here tonight, I've noted the difference between the Bulls being here and other teams, and that is during timeouts, the fans are standing. You know, usually people rest during the timeout, as the players do many times. But now this is a 20, so the players are standing. But the fans here, you see them ringing courtside in the immediate area of the court. They're standing because of the excitement, the presence of the Bulls and Michael Jordan, of course.
Well, as the commissioner, David Stern, pointed out, this has all the makings of an NBA Finals type situation. You get the idea that this is an NBA Finals contest. Michael Jordan in a conversation with Phil Jackson.
Phil was quoted as saying he'd like to play Jordan about 32 minutes a game while he gets ready. Meanwhile, he's been averaging 39.
Pushing foul on Bonner is battling for position with Pippen. That's the second on Bonner. Well, Jordan played 43 minutes on Saturday night against the Atlanta Hawks.
Bulls 1 for 13 after the explosive first quarter.
Good coach. Getting it back out. Here's Armstrong. For B.J. Armstrong, that is his first field goal. He's been shooting well recently. 60% from the field the last 5 games. He's been averaging 15 a game. Got off to a slow start this season, but has picked it up. Ewing with a drop step foul by Weddington, who came on a moment ago. Phil Jackson going with the three-headed center combination of Purdue and Longley and Weddington. Jordan is back. Short rest for Michael here in the second quarter.
See, Marv, I think it's going to be more difficult for Jordan now. He had the excitement of the opening quarter. And I think now it's going to be hard after a rest. He's cooled down for him to come back and be in the kind of jump shooting groove he was in to open things up. Now let's see what flows here as we look at the new number 45. A new industry has been born with the new selection of Jordan going back to earlier number in his career.
And that also the number he wore in his brief baseball tryout. Michael Jordan cuts it to 11.
Realize how high up in the air he was. How difficult to deal with that.
24 for Jordan. Ewing facing the double team. Bonner getting it back out. Shot clock at 5. Bonner. Anthony did not go for the stutter step from Armstrong. And then a foul is called. It is on Anthony, a push. So that is his third. And he'll sit down. That's a hand from the crowd. He played well.
A moment ago, the Bulls got what they wanted on defense as the Knicks were trying to get the ball inside, and they ended up getting into their weakest shooter, and that's Bonner. You see a play like that, you know the defense, the men charged with designing the defense for the Bulls are very happy because you want the weaker shooters to be taking the shots and the better shooters to be under great pressure when they have to shoot the ball. That's what this game is all about, putting the pressure on the strong people and letting the weaker ones do the shooting.
The Knicks 48 and the Bulls 39, and light pressure. Kukoc staying with Bonner. And Anthony Bonner able to switch hands on the dribble, and then try to set up Ewing. Back comes Pippen. Ewing thought it was fouled. Pippen for Armstrong. Jordan for 3. Anytime a rough shot. Here comes Starks. Will regroup. And now a mismatch with Pippen guarding Ewing. Bad pass. Jordan off the turnover. Puts the move on Starks. Yes, and it counts. Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan's return to Madison Square Garden will continue in a moment.
Back in October of '84, when Michael Jordan was a rookie, he visited Madison Square Garden for the very first time for a preseason game. And as coach Kevin Loughery was asked prior to the game, could a player like Michael Jordan from the guard position turn the team around? And listen to this answer. These are words that Kevin Loughery probably would laugh at today.
Not really, because he's not a 7-footer. And if he was 7 feet, he could, I think, with that type talent he has. But unfortunately, this game is played by the 7-footers, a big part of the game. He can obviously improve a basketball team, but there hasn't been a guard come in the NBA that has been able to turn the team around totally in the history of the game. I mean, they improved teams. I mean, Oscar and Jerry never won a championship until they got with Kareem and Wilt. So it takes an awful lot of parts, but he can fill his part for sure.
Well, knowing Kevin Loughery as the coach of the team, I think any coach, as we look at Jordan operate on Starks, would say something like that. Jordan gets ridiculous now with that fall-away one-hander. He must really dislike John Starks.
I think you were right on in terms of his motivation coming into tonight.
Oh, yes, right.
Oh, there's no question.
But back to that Loughery statement, he was trying to protect Jordan, not give him any pressure before the season began. That's what that remark was all about.
Michael with 29 points. Starks for 3. Rebound Mason. And the Knicks will reset. 2 minutes to go in the half. Here is Oakley. Yes. The Knicks 50 and the Bulls 44. The stat line on Jordan, 13 of 18, 29 points in all. And he has done it with the complete repertoire.
Michael, you're hogging the ball.
Michael Jordan with 31 points. I don't think there will be any complaints from Phil Jackson or John. 4-point Nick Lee. Harper to the left hand. Beautifully done by Derek Harper. And the Knicks lead by 6 in what will be one of the most memorable halves of basketball in the history of this Madison Square Garden. Michael Jordan draws the foul. Now this is one we'll be looking back at. His 5th game in his return. 31 points in all. 14 of 19 from the field. His season high in his previous 4 games, 32 against the Hawks on Saturday.
Well, Marv, I know there are some old-timers out there watching this thinking, why don't they knock him down? Why don't they interrupt his rhythm? Why don't they foul him when he's shooting? And perhaps Pat Riley's thinking that. Now, Jordan is so great, and he has this spring in his legs to go away from his defender, but still, part of the game of basketball on this level is has that kind of thinking behind it.
How frequently have you seen Michael Jordan being knocked down?
Well, it doesn't happen. There's a reverence for him, too. There's an unwritten reverence, and it's understandable. It's just a point, though.
It may have cost the Phoenix Suns the championship 2 years ago because he was basically untouched, and it had a lot to do with his friendship, and some say his conning of Charles Barkley, because he was not knocked down right throughout the series. I think those Harper again is able to penetrate. I think if the Knicks and Bulls faced each other in the playoffs, you would see a different approach, and perhaps we'll see a different approach here in the second half. Knicks lead by 6. Jordan changed his mind. Weddington. And Jordan with 10 on the shot clock.
The other point, too, Marv, is that Jordan is playing now in a league that doesn't have the hand check.
Jordan is fouled. And that time he was knocked down. Ewing called for the foul, his second. And Phil Jackson upset.
That's his job. Don't touch my man. Jordan going up, and he draws the attention this time.
He's 5 of 6 From the line, he has 34 points.
Another look at Jordan going by John Starks and then getting rocked at the end of that move.
22 and 3/10 seconds remaining in this first half. The Knicks lead 54-49. Michael Jordan with an extraordinary first half. He has 35 points. We are down to 10 seconds remaining in the half. Drew the foul. John Jordan, that is his second. The all-time high for Michael Jordan 5 years ago today against Cleveland. He had 69 points in a 117-113 overtime win against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. Well, they call that a non-shooting foul. Knicks take the 22nd timeout. There it is to the day. 23 of 37, 21 of 23. I think Michael is aware of that anniversary. I know he has a sense of history about himself and about the game. So here in the first half, he has scored 35 against the Knicks.
He's just shooting the ball in an incredible manner, Marv. And I remember just looking at the press notes before the game, coming in after 4 games, Jordan was 1 for 10 from three-point range this year.
Mason had trouble inbounding. Final seconds of the half. Ewing draws the foul. It's on Wennington. 2 seconds to go. In the first half, Wennington has picked up a quick 3. Patrick Ewing will go to the line.
As we look at Scottie Pippen after this explosive first half by Jordan, it's pretty clear, Marv, that the pressure is no longer on this man who has been carrying this team, leading them in 5 statistical categories this season. But no one has noticed Scottie Pippen here in the first half because of Michael Jordan. Pippen, who had 21 points against the Knicks in the first half here on March 2nd, then got quiet.
Ewing only 1 of 7 from the field in this first half. He now has 9 points. 6-point Knick lead. Ewing breaks it up. The story in this first half. Number 45, Michael Jordan, with 35 points. That is already his season high, and this his 5th game back. Third quarter, Jordan with the turnaround. Handled by Ewing. Anthony Mason is back on the floor, up front with Charles Smith and Patrick Ewing. Derek Hoffer and John Starks in the backcourt. Smith moving on Blunt. And a foul before the shot, so the basket will not count. Corey Blunt called for the foul to put Smith at the line. Both teams are over the limit. Anthony Mason playing only 6 minutes in the first half. Prior to the game, Phil Jackson, when asked about his concerns regarding tonight's game, listed Anthony Mason first. Certainly remembering a remarkable performance by Mason and leading the Knicks back from 22 down back on March the 2nd with 26 points and 12 rebounds.
And 7 assists, the career high in 48 minutes. And you know, Marv, in a brief appearance tonight for Mason, as you mentioned in the first half, 6 minutes, also had 3 assists.
The Knicks lead by 3. Michael Jordan with 42 points. Goes to the pull-up. Ewing with the rebound. Mason given the room by Pippen. Pippen actually challenging Mason to shoot from the outside. Smith feeling for Blunt, going right at him, off the double team. And back comes Pippen. 3:15 left in the third quarter. Armstrong with the feed for Blunt, and he's called for a traveling violation. Good idea on a pick and roll, but Corey Blunt turning it over once again. The Knicks with a 76-73 lead. Starks has the pass batted back. Now gets it to Ewing. And he was pushed by Longley. That's 3 on Longley, and with the Bulls over the limit, Ewing back to the line.
But the advantage Jordan has as a guard, he comes down and handles the ball over half court. He can make the decisions with the ball in his hand. The Knicks high scorer has to wait for his teammates to get him the ball. And that's what the Knicks want to do more of.
Patrick Ewing not getting the ball at the proper time or in the proper position in the first half. Although now he has 19 points. He's done it for the most part at the line. Knicks 78 and the Bulls 73. Marv Albert with John Andres, Al Broadwood, Madison Square Garden. It has been the hottest sports ticket of the year here in the New York area. Michael Jordan did not disappoint, came right out of the first quarter and was on fire. Armstrong, B.J. Armstrong with 13, and it cuts it to a 3-point Knick lead.
Good ball movement gave him an open jump shot.
Starks for 3. And Jordan handling against Mason. Goes right at him, draws the foul. Foul committed by Anthony Mason. Michael Jordan to the line.
B.J. Armstrong had beaten everybody down court, and Michael Jordan missed him.
Myers getting set to check back in. Jordan 6 of 7 at the line. He now has 43 points. He had 20 in the first quarter. 15 of the second. He scored 15 of the Bulls' 19 points in the second quarter. Tony Kukoc replacing Scottie Pippen, who departs with 12. Knicks by 1. We come up on 2 minutes remaining in the third. Mason guarded by Kukoc. And foul. Will it count? The Knicks say it should, but he will not get the call on the continuation. What a shot by Mason.
You know, that's an interesting judgment that the officials are making, and I have a feeling that they just didn't pay close enough attention to this call. Whistle blows. Boy, that's continuation. But it didn't look like it was going to be a shot.
The ruling that the play stopped as the foul was committed. And Kukoc picked up his 4th. And now Pete Myers replaces Tony Kukoc. Only 3 points for Kukoc, who has been shooting well recently. 8 of 12, 18 points the other night against Atlanta. The Knicks by 1. Foul on Starks. That is his 4th.
Oh, this is some shaky lineup the Bulls have out there now as far as scoring. Blunt, Pete Myers, Luke Longley.
But does not really matter with Jordan. And, of course, Armstrong, who can score. Also on the court as Phil Jackson looks to rest Scottie Pippen. Here's Hubert Davis for John Starks. Michael Jordan with 45 points. 17 of 25 from the field. 9 of 10 from the line. The Bulls take a 1-point lead. They trail by as many as 14. Ewing throwing the double team. Shot clock at 5. Ewing. That was an excellent defensive sequence by Chicago, but Ewing able to score to give the Knicks a 1-point lead. Jordan now guarded by Mason. Jordan. Run down by Myers. We come up on 1 minute remaining in the third.
Mark Mason, the 5th man on the Knicks to guard Jordan tonight.
Myers. Jordan was signaling for the ball to come back outside, and he and Myers have some words. Waving at each other in anger. Smith for 3. Rebound, Jordan. Michael Jordan very upset with Pete Myers. And Jordan fires and hits. 3-pointer for Jordan. And the Bulls lead 82-80. Michael Jordan with 49 points as this third quarter winds down. We'll see much of Pete Myers in the fourth quarter, John. 9-2 run by Chicago. Shot clock at 5. Hopper, yes. And he's tied the game at 82. Final seconds of the fourth. Down to 5. Down to 3. Down to 1. Well, we head to the fourth. Here are the circumstances. The Knicks and Bulls tied at 82. Michael Jordan with 49 points after 3. And Jordan will get a brief rest at the start of this fourth quarter.
Jordan communicates with his teammates, and that's one of his many manifestations of his leadership. Jordan's played 32 of the 36 minutes in this game.
Pippen with the steal. Kerr with the daylight. Steve Kerr knocking it down to give the Bulls an 84-82 lead. Knicks with Davis and Hopper in the backcourt. Ewing, Smith, Mason up front. Hopper making contact with Myers. Ewing is fouled by Longley. That field goal a moment ago by Steve Kerr, our crack statistician, Eric Merlis, points out that that was the first basket by a member of the Chicago Bulls bench. Patrick Ewing is now 12 of 16 from the line. Michael Jordan with enormous numbers. 20 in the first quarter, 15 in the second, and 14 in the third. Bulls lead by 1.
Knicks 21 of 30 from the line tonight. The Bulls 21 of 24.
There's Kerr for 3. Steve Kerr with a 2 and then a 3. Correction on those numbers on Michael Jordan. He is 18 for 28 from the field for 49 points. Smith for Mason. Nice pass by Charles Smith. The Bulls 87, the Knicks 85.
Bulls double team everybody down low on the Knicks, so it opens up holes like Charles Smith just found.
Rick Anthony on the backcourt with Hubert Davis. Beautiful move by Pippen, but he came up short. Mason protecting against Pippen. Oh, Kerr took a shot inadvertently from Davis. Mason, again, a beautiful pass, this time from Ewing.
Yes, off the double team once again.
The game is tied at 87. Chant of defense from this capacity crowd. Myers running to Smith.
Now, Charles looks and sees he has two teammates, but he also saw the much shorter Kerr on him, figured he could overpower him. Kerr made a good play for him.
Crowd reacting to that call. Here's DJ Armstrong for Pete Myers. Michael Jordan playing 32 minutes, getting a rest here in the early moments of the fourth quarter. The Bulls have been hot from three-point range. They've hit their last 5. Knicks by 1. 2 minutes in, fourth quarter. Knicks have had their problems at the line. They've hit only 5 of the last 12 free throws. Longley looked like he was surprised to find the ball with no one behind him, and then was able to take advantage.
Bulls have terrific outside shooters out there now, so you don't want to allow Longley to get shots like that up.
Knicks trailing by 1 point. Herb Williams off the fake. Charles Smith again able to stop it. Serving up a facial on Luke Longley. Knicks by 1. Pippen for 3. And the Bulls roll on from downtown. They've hit their last 6 from three-point land. Chicago 92, New York 90. Williams stopped by Longley.
Longley at 7-2. And Herb Williams has got to serve up a little deception on those easy turnarounds.
Herb looking for the shot. Here's Pippen. It counts, and the foul. Scottie Pippen fouled by Herb Williams. And Pippen will go to the line looking for the three-point play.
Well, with Jordan out, Pippen now serves up. A gorgeous move. He shocked the Knicks in the first half in the first meeting. As we mentioned earlier, 21 points. He's been quiet tonight because Jordan has been the man, but now Pippen has a chance to carry things.
Pippen has 17 points. Bulls lead by 4. It is their biggest lead. Foul called on Armstrong. Just a moment ago, Michael Jordan and Pete Myers again appear to have a heated discussion.
Myers likes to talk, like many players do.
Traveling violation on Williams.
Herb seems to be at a pace that is not quick enough for what's required here right now.
4 minutes gone by. Phil Jackson feeling it in terms of sending Michael Jordan back onto the court. 4 minutes of rest for Jordan. Armstrong for 3. Make it 7 straight from downtown, and the Knicks call for time. The Bulls 97 and the Knicks 90. And they have accomplished this with Michael Jordan sitting it out at the start of the fourth. 7:55 remaining in this fourth quarter. And with the Bulls succeeding with Michael Jordan sitting it out, Phil Jackson staying with the current lineup. Longley on the rejection of Ewing. 10-2 run by Chicago. They've done it with a three-point shot. They've hit their last 7. Here's Kukoc, way off. But Longley is right there. Break for the Bulls. And they now lead by 9.
Well, the Knicks are being picked apart now with their lack of sharpness defensively.
Ewing, yes. Bulls 99. The Knicks 92. Ewing has 25 points. And here comes Michael Jordan walking towards the scorer's table. 49 points thus far for Jordan. Kukoc. And Smith with the rebound. Anthony with the change of pace dribble. He's fouled. Foul on Kukoc. Block. Jordan replacing Kerr. Steve Kerr providing a lift by hitting a 3 and a 2. And Corey Blunt checks back in. Tony Kukoc departing. Kukoc picking up his 5th foul. The Knicks with Hopper and Starks at the guards. Ewing, Smith, Mason up front. Ewing draws the foul. Yes, and it counts. Longley with his 5th. Ewing to the line.
Ewing wearing that expression of anger once again after he hits that shot. It's been a frustrating game for Patrick. Here he gets off a beautiful jump shot and draws the foul.
Well, the Knicks struggling at the free throw line. Jordan gets inside, and Hopper gets to it.
Great team defense, making Jordan squirm on that move.
Ewing, yes, and it counts. He'll head back to the line.
He can't get enough. What a great move by Ewing. Another look at it now, how tough he can be when he decides to go right to that basket. He's not self-satisfied. He's not fulfilled with that play. He and his teammates want more, and they're getting closer once again. Bulls have some scars from their last visit on March 2nd. The Knicks shocked them in the 4th quarter. A little different tonight, though, with Jordan here.
Longley with number 6. He's gone. 5 points, 5 fouls, but Ewing again not able to complete the 3-point play. The Bulls lead by 3. Will Perdue has replaced Luke Longley. 6 minutes to go on the 4th. Jordan slicing through and stopped by Smith. Ball last touch by Chicago.
Jordan holding his nose, not making a big fuss of it to the official, but he wanted the official to know he was socked.
Jordan. Rebound, Perdue. Will Perdue providing a 3-point lead for the Bulls.
Over the back of Charles Smith. Good play by Perdue.
6 points for Perdue came on for Longley, who fouled out just a moment ago. Hopper. Michael Jordan has missed his last 4 shots. 18 of 31 overall.
Notice Mark Jordan handling that ball like a baseball.
Jordan rejected by Ewing. Kept alive by Blunt. Corey Blunt with his first field goal. The Bulls 103. The Knicks 98.
Rather timely by Blunt, to say the least.
Ewing, they double up. Hopper for 3. Rebound, Smith, knocked away. Ewing, rebounded by Pippen. Bulls on the run. Pippen for 3. Starks with the rebound.
Oh, and a box out.
And his pass underthrown, intended for Ewing. Armstrong calling for time. It has been 3:53 left in the fourth. The Knicks trail by 5. Knicks with their second team foul. Bulls already over the limit. 3:48 to go in the fourth. The Bulls lead by 5. Both clubs shooting well.
Jordan serves up a variety of things offensively. A lot of driving and a lot of jump shooting.
And Michael Jordan with 51 points. 19 of 33 from the field. He is the first Knick opponent to go for 50 or more since December of 91. Dominique Wilkins at 52 for Atlanta against the Knicks. Ewing, yes. The Bulls 105 and the Knicks 100. The high for the season in the NBA, 53 by Willie Burton of the 76ers. Jordan has 51. Michael Jordan had a 50-point game against the Knicks opening night of 86. Foul is called.
John Starks draws the foul. And it was Michael Jordan on a push-off.
Michael committing his third. Now we're talking regular season here at the Garden in terms of those 50-point games. Michael Jordan with an exchange of words with John Starks. Jordan, that's a leg block. You'll recall back in the playoffs in 93 in game number 4 in Chicago, Jordan had a 54-point game against the Knicks.
The quick eyes of Jordan also playing to the crowd. Familiar faces after baskets, after situations.
2:50 to go in the fourth. And the Knicks are down 105 to 100. Hopper. Mason. Knicks swing the ball. Ewing facing a double team. Good reaction. That'll put Mason at the line, but he's missed his last two at the line. Foul on block. That is his fourth. Patrick Ewing with the quick recovery on the double team to get it to Anthony Mason, who's only 2 of 4 at the free throw line.
Big second half for Ewing. 24 points in the second half alone as the former Dream Teamers talk it up a little bit in a rest moment.
Charles Oakley hears it from the crowd. Has not played in some time. Coming on for Charles Smith, who's done a good job. 8 points for Smith. And Tony Kukoc is back on the floor.
Problem for the Bulls now. Kukoc will Purdue. They have to deal with Charles Oakley now, who's going to crash the boards like crazy.
Bulls 105. The Knicks 102. Jordan getting the step. 53 points from Michael Jordan, who is now deep in conversation with John Starks. That ties the season high. Starks, and he will go to the line.
For some reason, Jordan allowed him to go right. He overplayed him left heavily, and Starks took off.
Foul on Kukoc, and that is number 6.
Take a look at Jordan now. He just sits on that left. See, all of a sudden he faded left. He gave Starks the lane. John wanted one of his Michael Jordan imitation shots at the end of this move. It didn't quite work out, but he went airborne with a spectacular attempt.
So Michael Jordan celebrating the 5-year anniversary of his career-high 69-point game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. 53 points here tonight. You know, it took him a long time. This is his 5th game, and he's already matched the season high this season in the NBA. Willie Burton of the Sixers, as we mentioned, scored 53 earlier in the year. And Jordan has matched that.
He stretches the minds of his greatest fans, of people who think they understand this guy and what he's capable of, and he takes everything to another degree.
Bulls 107. Knicks 103. Starks is 2 of 3 at the line. He has 9 points. And again, John struggling with a 3-point shot. 1 for 7 tonight. Following the 2 of 14 in Seattle. Chicago. If the Bulls hold on and win, they'll be within 2 games of the Cavaliers. Oakley on a switch chasing Jordan. Jordan, rebound Oakley, and a foul, loose ball foul against Oakley. Well, the Knicks, their first team foul of the final 2 minutes, so the Bulls in possession with a new 24.
The danger with double teaming Jordan, and this goes back years, is that he's such a great passer, he'll find the open man. On that play, the Knicks did put double pressure on him, but they have to be so selective.
Now Jordan posting up, plays that lead, gets it to Purdue, rejected by Ewing. Mason pushes it down to Harper. Ewing in position. Knicks down by 3. Ewing draws the foul. Yes! Wait a moment. He will not get the call on the continuation. And Pat Riley is furious.
Another look at Ewing with an amazing shot and a reaction I've never seen from him before on the court.
This game has such significance to the Knicks. Probably more than any other team in the NBA, they were affected by the return of Michael Jordan. They were not very happy about it.
Patrick missed his last 3 at the line, and the Knicks are down 3. Their foul shooting tonight, 68%.
A minute 28 to go in the 4th. Ewing hits 1 of 2. It cuts it to a 2-point Chicago lead. A minute 20 remaining in the 4th. Jordan, block, forced the shot. Starks with Jordan chasing. Ties the game at 107. To go. Knicks have 2 timeouts left. Chicago 3 and a 20. Ewing puts the move on Purdue and is fouled. Ewing having his problems at the line. That's number 5 on Purdue. Ewing overall 14 of 21 at the free throw line.
He represents the team. That's the team shooting tonight. He's concentrating on that rim, though.
The Knicks are down by 1. 39 seconds remaining. In this 4th quarter, the Knicks down 109-108. Ewing hit the first of 2. The timeout rundown. Game is tied at 109. Ewing with 36 points. Armstrong handles against Harper. Jordan played very well by Starks. Good foot though, and he has given the Bulls a 111-109 lead. The Knicks call for time. And that is a high for the NBA this season. 55 points by Michael. A moment ago, it is 21st field goal, 21 of 47 from the floor, 55 points in all. And this gave the Bulls a 111-109 lead. It was Saturday night against the Atlanta Hawks. Michael Jordan in the final seconds, guarded by Steve Smith with a stutter step move, able to hit over Smith at the buzzer for the game winner against Atlanta.
Well, and he's taking another giant step forward tonight.
Yes, the basketball conditioning coming back in this his 5th game. The jump shot is back. Starks, and he draws the foul. Will Purdue argues the call as he is fouled out. Phil Jackson very upset. That's the 3rd Bull to foul out.
John Starks with a very determined move. Once he saw he was by Jordan, it was straight to the hoop, and he drew that foul. And he's out there thinking about it now. He's going to the line.
Starks 3 of 4 at the line tonight, a 73% free throw shooter. Bill Wennington, the St. John's product, who has played briefly tonight, will check in. So it's Purdue, Longley, and Kukoc fouling out. And John Starks trying to tie the game with 14 and 6/10 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. The Bulls lead by 1.
What a scenario for Jordan at this moment.
Knicks have 1 timeout left. Chicago 2 and a 20. Clutch free throw shooting by John Starks. The Knicks and the Bulls tied at 111. And Phil Jackson calls for time. You share the same thought that I have. I hate to see this game end.
Thrilling to be part of this one.
Anthony Bonner has replaced Hubert Davis. The Knicks and the Bulls tied at 111. 14 and 6/10 seconds to go. Chicago does have a full timeout and a 20 remaining. Knicks have 1 timeout left. Starks lost his footing here as Jordan, and a surprise sets up Wennington. 3 seconds to go. The Bulls by 2. The Knicks call for time. The Knicks drawn, as you might expect, to Jordan, who had the open man, and Bill Wennington with the stuff to give the Bulls the lead.
John trying to deny the inbound so easily. Jordan gets that ball. Then he comes up court. John Starks faking at him, deceiving him. Jordan protecting that basketball. Starks stumbles, but he recovers well. Ewing comes running out, and Bill Wennington is wide open for his first field goal of the game with 3 and 1/10 seconds to go. And the bench of the Chicago Bulls exploding on that play.
3 and 1/10 seconds remaining. The Knicks using their final timeout. Bulls by 2. Mason will throw it in. And the delay of game taken as Phil Jackson wanted to check it over.
Only time off for 1 transfer of that basketball. It's going to be hard to make it to Ewing. It might have to be a jumper.
Starks lost the handle, and that will do it. It's a backcourt violation. Chicago will take over. 8/10 of a second remaining. John Starks lost his footing, lost the ball, lost it to the backcourt. And now Pippen will throw in. 8/10 of a second left. All the Bulls have to do is touch it. They do, and that is it. The Chicago Bulls with a dramatic 113-111 victory